Jai Hind, dear students, I am Supratim Saha, representing Swami Vivekanand Subharti University, Meerut, and today I am going to discuss about the topic Telecom policy reforms in India. The major contents and the learning objectives of this unit are structure of telecom sector, key issues of the policy, policy documents of 1994 and 1999. Here we can look at the existing structure of telecom with the statistics on India. The Indian economy is currently undergoing a structural shift. The production of merchandise such as agriculture and manufactured products are contributing a smaller share of economic output, while contribution of the service sector is growing. The telecom sector in India has witnessed rapid changes in the last 5 years. There has been far-reaching developments in information technology, that is IT, consumer electronics and media industries across the globe. If we look at the telecom structure of India, for the provision of basic services, the entire country is divided into 21 telecom circles, excluding Delhi and Mumbai. Department of Telecommunication Services (DTS) provides basic services in 21 telecom circles, and private participation in the cellular mobile market, on the other hand, has been comparatively more successful. 8 circular licenses, 2 in each of the metros, were awarded in October 1994. Subsequently, bidding resulted in the award of licenses in 18 circles in the second phase. If you look at the 2 policy documents from 1994 and 1999, the 1994 version spelled out 5 basic objectives, of which 2 objectives of availability of telephone on demand and universal service, that is connecting on villages, were targeted to be realized by 1997. Both of these objectives have remained unrealized. In regard to quality of service, matching world standard and providing widest possible range of services at reasonable prices were stated aims. There were serious gaps in the policy documents as regards to the provision of a suitable environment for entry of private service providers and on the issue of regulation. The 1994 policy was designed with the approach that services should continue to be provided largely by a strong incumbent that faced little competition. The opening up of the internet sector set the background to the NTP 1999, which is a major attempt to plug the loopholes in the 1994 policy, which was designed earlier. Another major change has been a shift from the existing license-free system to one based on one-time entry fee combined with revenue share payments. If you look at the key issues of the policy, they are interconnection, tariff issues, convergence issues and technology issues. Apart from these, there are some more small issues that we will discuss later on. If we talk about interconnection, prior to NTP 99, direct interconnection among service providers was not a policy. Instead, 2 networks had to be connected via the incumbent operator, that is Directory of Telecommunication, now known as DOT or DTS. This was combined with certain charges for interconnection that are in several instances above cost-based interconnection charges. That is, for most telephone users, the services offered by the new entrant will be almost useless unless the entrant could enable its subscribers to communicate with the large number of subscribers of the incumbent operator. Consequently, competition in the market can flourish only if entrants are able to interconnect their facilities with those of the incumbent, and to do so at terms that allows the entrant to provide the service at competitive levels of price and quality as well. A fair and reasonable interconnection policy is therefore critical input to foster competition in the telecommunication markets. Tariff issues. An essential ingredient of transition from a protected market to a competition is alignment of prices to cost, which means the cost oriented or cost based prices, so that prices better reflect their likely levels in a competitive environment. In basic telecom, for an example, a major departure from cost-based pricing, such as under the prevailing price structure in India, involve a high degree of cross-subsidization. This introduces inefficient decision making by both consumers and service providers. This created the tariff issues. Convergence issues. Now, according to the policies from 1999, convergence of both markets and technology is a reality that is forcing realignment of the telecom industry. On the other hand, telephone and broadcasting industries are entering each other's markets, while technology is blurring the difference between conduit systems such as wireless and wireline. As a result of these rapid changes in technology, there have been largely diluted monopoly characteristics of telecom service provision, thereby opening up avenues for improved efficiency. Convergence of technologies implies a need not only to consider the appropriate method of charging license fee, but also forces the policymaker to review a number of other aspects, including whether to regulate and the nature and extent of regulation. This also creates a lot of issues and problems. Now we come to the technology issues. Two more issues that could be of high policy concern are not mentioned here. In order to become globally competitive, India has to keep pace with developments worldwide in telecommunication services and technology. And this also includes the radio spectrum allocation and research and development. Quality of service, consumer welfare and competition issues are some of the issues that are associated with technology issues and creating a serious problem. In India, as many as other developing countries, the low density has put a lot of emphasis on rapid expansion. With the effort focused on expansion, quality of service issues have sometimes not received full attention. If we look at the customer expectation of quality of services, it is highly associated with the technical section as well as the network performance, the terminal performance, point of scale and customer care. All these issues combined are responsible for customer satisfaction. In case of consumer welfare in India, telecom has been an infrastructure which is a necessity and not required only for businesses and adult consumer required. The policy objectives in this regard is to reach the service to more and more new consumers by making access easier and to improve the services available to existing customer. There has been competition issues which are divided into competition in long distance, international long distance and competition in local services. The regulatory issues include private entry into services where it was attempted without having a well thought out overall strategy or even a bare roadmap as a guide. Now this assessment of regulatory reform has been a two-way process in India. That means the establishment of an independent regulator and the regulatory authority implementing reform on the basis of its policy initiatives. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has been given this recommendatory role on the following policies, that is policy regarding introduction of competition in domestic with long distance services, issuing of fresh licenses for radio paging service providers and issuing of fresh licenses for VSAT service providers, etc. If we talk about the licensing power in India, the main issue with respect to licensing has not been that it should be with the regulator, but that under the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Act 1997, the terms and conditions of the license should involve a consideration of the recommendation from TRAI. There is no set pattern with respect to whether licensing powers should be available with the regulator or with the government. Now, these are some of the observations, that is, with the advent of latest and most affordable technologies, the Indian telecom sector is improving for the better. However, there is more clarity required on various decisions, and the main purpose of it gels with the common vision of the company and TRAI, which is nothing but to provide good and affordable service with fidelity and reliability. These are some of the references. I hope this lecture was informative to you, and thank you for listening. Jai Hind.